always wanted Aidan to be part of our channel in some shape or form. Unfortunately, we never got that opportunity, but we still wanted to share our memories, our stories, so perhaps you could at least feel like perhaps you knew him a little bit. Aidan always had a smile on his face. He was always hardworking, really took pride in everything he did. And I'm sure you'll hear about that from everybody else in the video, so I want to try to take this time to tell you more stuff, different stuff. So it always seemed like our paths were crossing whether we knew it or not. My parents and my uncles were friends with the barrel man, who was actually Aidan's grandfather. And then I went to school with Aidan's sister. And then eventually we did work together at 71 and then again at 91.
Aidan was a guy who I really didn't know outside of work. It was always a work thing, but just my interactions with him, he was probably the most down-to-earth, relaxed person.
I met Aidan when I was working at 71 back in 2000 and I want to say 13 or 14. Me and him became friends and we started kicking it, and
he always had a smile on his face. He was always willing to talk to you about whatever, but he also liked to talk to you about his rocks, his minerals.
Pretty fascinating because he had a lot of good minerals, a lot of fabulous pieces, very amazing minerals.
It's really his love of rocks and minerals and my love of fossils that I think helped bond us as friends.
Wouldn't mind helping you if he saw you struggling with the bale. He'd jump right in to help you make a bale. And he would always go, hey, teamwork, man. And he was a team player, a true team player. I just won't forget how personable he was and how friendly and engaged he was. Whether you were having a rough day or he was having a rough day, he still made time.
We used to have a lot of fun talking about rocks and minerals and stuff like that together. He was always showing me different types of garnet because that was his favorite, was garnets.
We would go on hikes in his valley behind his house, or like a trench. It's kind of like a trench. We would kind of ninja jump all along the sides to go through it. And then he would also go skateboarding while I rode on a ripstick down his streets.
We used to have a lot of fun with his wordplay too. We used to make bagel bites in our oven at work all the time, and he would call them big lipped Tez. And that's what I call them all the time now, is big lipped Tez. He was a great worker. Took a lot of pride in everything that he did. Very meticulous. His cuts of meat were perfect every time. Always nice and even.
Me and him made a bale together, and we were laughing and joking, and he was starting to talk to me about, I think there was a rock show coming up, or there was something coming up that he was very much looking forward to, and just kind of talking to him about that, and we were both kind of struggling at the end, but we both made time to make the bale, and both smiled and knuckles on the way out. And
one of the memories that stick out the most is when we went to the Rock and Mineral Show and Fossil Show, and I asked him for his advice on what to get. His advice was, because I asked him what he would get, and his advice was, don't get what I would get what you would get, what you like, what kind of pieces inspire you. And afterwards he actually gave me one of his fluorite specimens.
So this brings us to Seattle. Obviously we've done more than just Seattle, maybe some rock shows and stuff like that. But Seattle was, a huge trip, and I think the whole zeitgeist of our group, everyone really got a kick out of it, and we have so many stories.
Seattle, which I'm assuming the other group members have talked about, but
We're tired. Sam's pretty tired. We didn't do the 24-hour thing, luckily.
Not this time. It was close. It was within a few hours.
Alright, so we're here, day one. We finally made it. So Aidan's super excited. This is where we are at. Aidan, tell them which sausages you picked.
Louisiana hot link, Nürnberger, South African sausage and our gaze sausage, which is lamb.
But so far, I think we're all enjoying this Pike's Place Market. Super good. Too sweet. I remember like day one, we were so pumped it was hard to sleep, but we got there and we went up to the Columbia Center first thing, and it was so cool because so Aidan had never gone up a tall structure, he told us, and we were all like, well, hang out with us, and we do this often. So it was really neat to be part of that experience. And once we got to the top, we spent a couple hours up there because it's just so calming and so peaceful. And we all, I think it helped us all take a moment. We all just relaxed up there, and it really put us on a good, path for the rest of the vacation. So we're in the elevator of the Columbia Center going to the 73rd floor.
I've never been in a structure like this, like super tall. Never, like not even in Denver.
Hang out with us and we go in like every time. And eventually, yeah, we did go up to Space Needle as well. He had a big smile on his face as usual as we were waiting to get on our glass elevator.
Our time on the boat, having a jolly old time.
And we enjoyed it so much, we did go on it twice, back to back. The people were shocked, but it was just so much fun. We saw some orcas, we saw like a little otter.
Waved at a cruise ship.
I'm glad you guys are catching their views. That's how we know we're from
Aidan.
town.
He's just like,
Umbrella
what's
around
up?
everywhere you go.
Do you mind being in
Locals just
our,
put up their hood.
This is my friend. This is our friend Seth.
But the rain that we see
up?
here,
We went and got Starbucks one morning.
He has no idea. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure why he did this, but he went with a 10-shot espresso drink.
Maybe the memory we shared the most was the Nepalese food. We'd smelt it since it was pretty close to our hotel, so it was always kind of that alluring smell for us. But finally, we caved in and we got it. We all love spicy food. Obviously, we're eating ghost chilies during this trip.
Yeah, he actually asked it for like, they already had an extra hot, but he was just like, could you make it even hotter? And it was actually really good. It made you tear up a little bit. In the Pike Place Market, when we came across the dudes that had ghost pepper seeds and had like a ghost pepper extract sauce and like hot sauces along with like all other stuff.
Yeah, you can bring anything you want. I did that from California. Cheers, man. Oh my God, don't do it. I'm just kidding.
So hopefully this video helps you guys at least see Aidan through our eyes, understand him through our stories, see his smile, see, the fun, the knowledge he gave to everybody. And, I'm just super appreciative for everyone that helped put this video together. And we all miss you, brother.
Miss him. I mean, shit. People like that, we need more of them.
I was thinking a lot about it yesterday after we talked about doing the video and stuff, and I just wish I had more chances to do more adventures with him and get to hang out with him more. Seattle's always going to have a special place. It's going to be hard the first couple times to go there, just because of how much fun we had and the memories we made there.
Just hard. He will be missed, always.
We had a lot of fun together. Miss him a lot.